I was going to...
The defeated look on your face. Welcome back.
Hello. We
Weird.
were singing that time.
We're always, yeah, less racist.
My pen busily scrawls onto a slowly filling page of my notebook. My other hand remains on the page of a reference book I borrowed from the library, marking my spot as my eyes flicker to and fro.
As I plagiarize a poem.
As I work, I occasionally mark red circles or underlines onto the photocopied sheets of paper that lie on the table in front of me.
Why? Why so much detail on this?
I don't know.
I do homework.
Less important than girls.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the truth.
100%.
Wanting a change of scenery from the library and to avoid the distractions of the classroom, I decided to make use of the Shanghai for some quiet study time. It ended up being nice and quiet as expected, and being able to get coffee while I study is a nice bonus. Hanako may have returned to her normal self since she came out of her room. Yeah, that one interaction. You got it.
Yeah, she's perfectly fine now.
But I've done quite the opposite. Daily routine may have returned to us, but I feel as if I'm a different person. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. It's only been a few days. After all, since I decided I wanted to try and get out of the rut I'd found myself in after my accident, but I want to change, and I'm now actively working towards that goal. Or at least I would like to think that I am. It's just going to skip to like when Lilly comes back then, probably.
Yeah, I mean, nothing else of note is going to happen unless you hook up or something.
Right. Ugh, this is impossible. Brute forcing this isn't going to work.
Who are you talking to? Other people there are just like, what?
This guy's crazy.
He's like one of those people at Starbucks. He's like, I'm writing my novel. Look, everyone.
I'm working on a thesis.
Yeah.
What's more, I have another piece of writing I have to do after this. I fear that's going to be no easier. What'd you say? I look up in mild surprise to the source of the tentative voice.
You're scaring the other customers.
Yuuko stands at the head of the table with a damp towel in hand, clearly having taken the opportunity to clean the tables while no other patrons were around. She looks curious, her eyes as much on my work as on me. I've seen this porno.
I was about to say the same thing. I was like, if this was a more adult game, this would go a very different way. Not to say this isn't an adult game.
Yeah. But what's the matter?
I was just wondering, what sort of work are you having so much trouble with? Oh, right, she's headed to uni. Shooting for uni.
Yeah. Oh, it's just history. I'm fine with science and math, so I'm trying to get my other subjects up to par. Yuuko looks positively delighted at this development. I feel like I just chose the right answer on some big quiz show.
Oh, I think I can help you with that. If you don't mind, of course.
I briefly consider turning down the offer in order to not cause her too much trouble, but she looks too excited about this for me to do it. It would be mean to shoot her down like that after such a reaction.
Yeah, do my homework for me.
If you're willing to help, I'd really appreciate it. Hanako's gonna come in. I'm always with another girl.
Yeah, every single time. Yeah.
She claps her hands together and quickly deposits her towel on the counter before returning and taking a seat across from me.
At least she's not sitting like right next to you.
She can do some naughty things under the table across from me.
Right.
I mean, I take my notebook off the top of the textbook and hand it over for her to peruse. Good
so,
word.
You're studying the Edo period?
The what?
It's Japan.
Yeah, I'm not really much good at this, though. She takes the textbook and reads a few pages from a random section near the middle for a bit, but the aura of enthusiasm she'd been radiating previously is rapidly sapping away.
And then Tom Cruise was the last samurai.
Wait, what?
Because you haven't seen that movie.
I'm guessing this isn't the kind of history you were expecting. No, this is science fiction.
Yeah, unfortunately not. My main area is European history, especially in the classical era. Sorry.
She looks a bit downcast, but as she carefully closes the book and lays it back down on the table, her face perks up again.
Would you like another cup of coffee?
Oh yeah, sure.
God, useless.
You are no help.
Yeah,
I reach
I'm gonna
forward
fail.
and get my book back as Yuuko gets up, takes my mug, and slowly walks to the counter to make another brewski. As usual, she's absolutely silent as she does this. Every ounce of her concentration is focused on not tripping over or dropping the plain white mug. I take the opportunity to lay back and relax for a bit, the hum of the coffee machine filling the otherwise quiet air.
I breathe in and then breathe out.
It's small details like that which make me realize how much I've come to appreciate the little things in life. Peace and quiet of the hometown, the color of the wood, the color of the, the sounds, we get it.
You like atmosphere.
The discipline and order of Yamaku, the green of the trees that were so rare in my home city, the relaxed pace at which the aging residents live their lives.
I love old people.
Everything feels so certain. It's comforting. I can feel myself beginning to nod off because I'm even boring myself. The sound of the mug coming to rest on the table grabs my attention. Seems like it arrived not a moment too soon. Yuuko takes her previous seat once again as I pick myself up and bring a hand around the mug to check its temperature. It's just a little too hot to drink right away, so I blow on it a little.
It's a shame you don't like history all that much. I sort of guessed you might be more into science. We'd make a terrible couple.
How so?
You've nearly read out the science fiction section of the library already.
Jesus.
It wasn't hard to notice.
You do have a good point there. Well, what can I say? You've pegged me just about right.
Why are you following so closely what I'm reading? There have to be a bunch of other students that check out books.
Yeah.
And she knows.
Yeah, she likes me.
Everybody does. You're Hisao.
Yeah. The asshole.
Fucking idiot savant
You
of
sound
women.
like you really take an interest in history, though. Especially considering how specific you were about it. Do you study in that area or something? Go on digs overseas?
I'm from the past. I'm a time traveler.
She's the doctor. She giggles nervously at the thought.
I'd like to visit the Mediterranean sometime and see the old architecture and art for myself, but I don't think I could trust myself to handle such delicate things. Stay away from my penis.
That's true.
I'm saving up to formally study it in university, although I also read up on it whenever I have free time outside of work.
So Miki was right about her university aspirations. Considering how she fares as a waitress, a more theoretical path may suit Yuuko better.
She's so useless.
It's nice to hear that she has some ambitions, though, considering how hard she works. I nod and take a careful sip of my coffee. By now it's cooled to the right temperature, so I begin to drink while keeping an eye on the book below, trying to read at the same time. A few minutes pass quietly, Yuuko looking out the window and watching the world go by. This is boring.
Yeah, it really is. I'm just sitting here like, can we get back to Hanako, please?
Well, just this is a filler episode.
Nothing's happening. Yeah, this is the episode of the anime you could skip.
Yeah. I have my coffee and study. I mean, just how, normally he just, overthinks things, but this is just,
I just hang out.
people outside are walking
the
world and living their lives.
And that's the thing, he's
sky
gone
is
the
blue.
exact polar opposite to where he's just I don't give a shit about anything, and I'm cool.
Yeah. Just gonna walk in finger gun Hanako.
Yeah.
Hey, pew! A movement catches my eye. I look up to see Yuuko smiling and waving to someone outside. Hey, it is Hanako.
Yay!
Following her gaze, surprisingly, reveals the someone to be Hanako. She's looking at us from the side of the street across from where we are, with binoculars. Her usually all too visible timidity?
Timidity?
I guess that's a word, is largely absent, probably thanks to there being so few people around right now.
It's sad that we're waiting for Hanako for excitement. It's she'll bring the party.
Yeah. Then she can sit across from us and be awkward instead.
Yeah. Say 2 words.
Evidently, she decides to join us, as after a little wave, she gives a quick glance up and down the street and crosses towards the side that the cafe is on. The familiar doorbell to the Shanghai rings out as Hanako enters and makes her way to the table we're sitting at.
Pew! Hello.
Are you always
Good
with
afternoon.
girl?
Right?
Hi, Hanako. What's up?
He's Hisao. He's always got girls with him. Nothing. Just going for a walk since the weather was nice.
Yeah, why does she ever pop up when Kenji's bugging the shit
Right?
out of us? Yeah, I get...
She couldn't handle Kenji. She'd have a meltdown.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I'm glad I decided to study here instead of the library. It's comfortable in here, thanks to that. Better than the sometimes quite stuffy library. I look to Yuuko, who nods in response.
What'd you say about my library? It's nice. It's just a shame that summer can't last forever. Oh, wait. Sorry. Would you like a drink?
Oh, I was on a date.
Yeah.
Hanako shakes her head. Thankfully, it's enough to calm Yuuko back down.
How are you going with studying?
Okay-ish. Oh, yeah. Have you talked with Lilly?
I'm interested too. How's she doing? That's not what we're talking about. This doesn't concern you, all right?
I'm talking to you.
Yeah. Go away, waitress lady. She's enjoying it, I think.
I think that's all we're going to get out of her. Being around Yuuko is tensing her up.
It would be so nice to travel to Scotland. Green fields, castles, lovely small towns, men in kilts. Interesting history.
Meow. I can't say I see the appeal of men in kilts myself. It does seem like a picturesque place, though. As we talk, the jingle of the doorbell rings again. Hanako is startled.
Jesus! Like she just screams out,
Yeah.
like louder. Yeah. What the hell?
Noticing Yuko's panicked expression at the prospect that she might leave customers to wait a handful of seconds due to her chatter with us.
Thank God.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she's actually kind of like ruining the moment here.
Right?
Yuuko gives us a quick bow, then hastily skitters over and greets the new customers, an elderly man and his wife. I watch her for a bit, craning my head around to get a good view.
I blatantly stare at her ass.
Yeah, to get a good view.
You're so bad at this.
Hanako is staring at me with her one visible eye. You are horrible at this.
Right.
My God. She averts her head in embarrassment as I turn to make eye contact. I was just thinking that it's nice to have ambitions for the future.
And Yuko's got some nice ambitions.
Yuuko was telling me a little about her university aspirations before. She doesn't care, Hisao.
Oh.
It's a shame. If she wasn't so neurotic and overworked, I think she could be a really happy person.
So now you're just going to fix Yuuko. Can't do Hanako. Fix Yuuko.
As much as I'd like to play host to Hanako and entertain her a bit, I do need to study as well. To be honest, I don't think the distraction from Yuuko helped either.
I have to say, if we didn't know this was the good ending, I would assume this is like the neutral or bad ending.
Yeah.
Because it's seriously just like, it's almost like you just don't. You're just like,
Like
whatever.
I'm done up with everything.
Yeah. I'm just going to focus on school.
Sorry if I'm a bit distracted. I need to try and get this done. Otherwise, I'm going to flunk the history exams pretty hard. You seem to talk to Yuuko just fine.
Right.
I'm left running my hand through my hair in frustration. That letter needs doing as well. Once I get back to my dormitory room. I hope I have more luck with that than this. Damn.
Damn. With what? What with? Sorry. Dyslexia.
Oh, I was going to...
The defeated look on your face.
Right to Iwaniko. Right now, though, this is more important. All I've done is rattle myself. I can't focus on the work in front of me when my stomach is slowly turning at the prospect of actually attempting to write her back. After all this time, I force myself to concentrate on the book, picking up my pen once I have a quick sip of coffee.
You're just playing nonchalant and hard to get now. I could play games too.
Yeah. I don't even want you. So. I'm gonna write to a Wanako. After a few seconds, Hanako stops silently, watching me, and leans back in her seat, relaxing as much as she ever seems to be able to, looking out the window to pass the time. We stay like this for a long time before leaving for the dormitories together. I'm surprised she has the patience to wait me out. Me too.
Right?
Jesus
God.
Christ.
You're boring now.
I was gonna say.
We just can't find a happy medium with him. There's
No.
going to be a route where we're like, this is our Hisao.
Right. This is actually how I might act a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, there are shades of it everywhere so far, but
Yeah.
he just goes
essentially
too
awkwardness,
far.
But
yeah.
with this route especially, it's just been like, oh my god, Lilly, I'm in love with her, and
Yeah.
the girl on my desk.
And I mean, I understand it because Emmy was outgoing, and I keep wanting to call her Hisao because they're both H names. Hanako is like the enclosed, so you have to be the more outgoing one.
Yeah.
But you're still not completely. You're not like wah 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 wah.
Right. It's just like barely even had like moments with her. Like
No.
I thought like we had like a moment with her a long time ago back in the library. Like
Yeah,
with
maybe
a
this
set-
just ends in friendship. I really don't know. I could not tell you. I've never played
the
this
little
route,
picture
so
was him with his shirt off.
right. But I mean, that's because he has a scar on his chest.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess we'll figure it out next time.
Maybe Act 4 is really long.
Shit, I next timed again.
Yeah.
I